Superpowers. So I love finding out you guys' superpowers. It is just, um, yeah, I just love it. I just love it. So if you book a reading with me, don't tell me your superpowers. Let me figure it out. Uh, because I do love it. And most people, to be honest, like most people don't tell me when they have a superpower. Uh, because, and I get it, because you're like, well, like I, like, whether it's telepathy or you just knowing or you just like having, I'm trying to think of mine and now I'm just like going to blank. But whatever superpowers that you have, you can tell the future, you can tell people are lying, just whatever. Um, like it's something out of the norm, right? It's something that humans really don't talk about at all. And if you talk about it, then they kind of label you as crazy or whatever. And so you don't want to say anything. So that's something that you keep quiet. And believe me, I've kept it quiet, what I can do, for many, many years. I'm not doing that anymore. But so you're at the point where you're keeping it quiet. So of course you're not telling me anything. Well, when I connect with you, almost immediately I'm like, okay, well, this person has clear audience, clear sentience, clear, just everything. I'm just like naming off everything they have. And they're like, yeah, I just I thought that's what I had, but I just kept it to myself. So I just had a reading. And this young lady has telepathy. Now, in the beginning, usually I can tell right away what you have. And I'm like rattling it off what you have. I was not told that she had telepathy. And I know why. Because I'm doing her reading and I kept telling her, but this is what I have. But I keep hearing, something repeated. And at one time I was telling her, I wouldn't repeat the answer. I just wouldn't. It would just be, this is it. And that's because that's the trust. And so I was telling her, I wouldn't repeat that answer. So I don't know why that kept coming up. And she goes, well, I kept saying it in my head. And I'm going, oh, okay. So then I just made a mental note. And so then I was going on with the reading and we were talking. Then I would say something and then her doubt would come in. And I would say, but I don't think this is me. I think this is you that I'm picking up, which was the opposite answer of what I gave her. And then towards the end, which always happens with my guide, it's like a lesson for them and for me. Towards the end, I forget what the question was. And I was about a baby. And I was telling her something and I'm like, but I'm just getting, just so much doubt about it. Like I'm just so doubty about it. And that's not me. I don't doubt this. And I was about to, and I'm like, and I told her again, I said, I think that's you in my head. So let me go ahead and kick you out of my head so I can get a clear understanding of what's going on. And as I was about to kick her out of my head, again, we're like 55 minutes into this reading. As I was about to kick her out of my head, my guys were like, no, like calm down. Like, first of all, take your time, which, that's one of the things I have to learn with just taking my time. I just want to tell you everything that I know. And so they're like, take your time. Why is she in your head? And I'm like, I don't know, but she's in my head and she needs to get out. Like I don't allow space in my head. And they were like, well, there's a reason she's in your head. Why is she in your head? And I said, well, she's telepathic. And they were like, yes, she's telepathic. And I said, okay, well, she needs to get out of my head. And they're like, she's telepathic. And so I said, oh, and I'm like, tell my client, you're telepathic. And she goes, yes, I think I am. And I said, okay, well, this is confirmation that you are telepathic. And she goes, I've been waiting for confirmation. So the whole thing, this whole learning lesson for both of us, one, it was her confidence. And that was the message I gave her. I said, so you have to work on your confidence because there's so much doubt in there. She has the ability to put thoughts in people's heads. She just has that ability to put thoughts in people's heads. And because I've done work on myself, I knew what was me and what wasn't me. And so I could tell immediately. I'm like, that's not me. That must be you. But I wasn't like making the connection as to why she was in my head. And so that was for her, like the confirmation. I said, so if someone like me is able to feel you and hear you so strongly in my head, you're telepathic. Like I have protections up, so no one should just be able to jump in my head. And so I said, you're telepathic, and that's confirmation for you, so that you can stop doubting yourself. And her guides gave her some exercises that she needs to do in order to stop doubting herself. And my lesson was, if in the beginning, if I would have just come in and been like, okay, in the beginning, you're telepathic, or known that she was telepathic, the moment I caught her in my head, I would just kicked her out. I would just kicked her out and not even thought twice about it, and just moved on with the reading and just threw an extra shield up so that she couldn't get in my head. And that would have been perfectly fine. But again, I would have lost the point of, a major point of our connection, that she is telepathic and that I'm to give her confirmation that this is something she could do. If I would have known up front, I wouldn't have even, again, I would have just kicked her out and kept it moving. But they had me go through all that, where me just constantly feeling her in my head, and me even saying, Jesus, like, where is this doubt coming from? Why am I saying this and this? And I'm like, well, I wouldn't keep doing this, the bad thing, the negative thing, not the bad thing, but the negative thing. And so it was for both of us, because then it just kind of slowed me down and was like, okay, so don't be so like about it and like kick this person out of your head. Figure out why. Like, how did she get in there? Like, she must be pretty strong. And then she gave me some examples of her being telepathic, and she is pretty strong. So that's it. Just, I love our gifts. I love that everyone's, opening up to them, leaning into them, and just being able to just be themselves, their authentic self, without being judged by society and everyone else. So, yeah. So you guys stay blessed, and happy Saturday. I believe it is happy Saturday.